Mangalaba, this is the weekly highlight news of Radio NUT. I'm James. Here the news highlight for this week. The acting president of the National Unity Government, His Excellency Duwalashila, delivers a speech on Myanmar New Year's Day. The Union Prime Minister of the National Unity Government, m.CDMMyanmar, meets virtually with the current ASEAN Chair, Malaysia's Prime Minister, m.CDMMyanmar. Union Minister for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the National Unity Government, calls for international monitoring mechanism amid military junta's attacks during earthquake crisis and other interesting news. These are the weekly news details. The acting president of the National Unity Government, His Excellency Duwalashila, delivered a speech on Myanmar New Year's Day, which falls on 17th of April. The acting president adds that the year 2025 must become a decisive turning point in Myanmar's revolution, leading to a final victory for the people. He called on all revolutionary forces to strengthen their efforts to bring about a successful conclusion to the revolution. The military junta is also facing the biggest losses in the country's history. He pointed out that the military junta currently controls less than a quarter of the country. As the Spring Revolution approaches its fourth year, the prolonged struggle has brought tremendous suffering to the people and great losses to the nation. He described the revolution as a battle to overthrow a regime that is draining the country's wealth and terrorizing its people, as well as the fight to dismantle military dictatorship and its mindset once and for all. As a result, he recognized that the revolution would inevitably be difficult and filled with challenges. He called on everyone to do their utmost to achieve a swift and successful revolution so that the burdens entered to the people can finally be lifted. According to a recent military report, revolutionary forces, including the NUG, have taken control over nearly 100 towns across Myanmar, marking significant progress in the nationwide resistance movement. The National Unity Government officially announced on 18th of April that the Union Prime Minister of the National Unity Government, His Excellency m.CDMMyanmar, met virtually with Malaysia's Prime Minister m.CDMMyanmar, the current ASEAN Chair, to discuss strengthening ties with ASEAN, including effective humanitarian aid delivery to Myanmar. According to the NUG, the meeting focused on the ways to deepen engagement with ASEAN and ensure the efficient distribution of humanitarian aid to address the urgent needs of the Myanmar citizens suffering another ongoing conflict. On 17th of April, Malaysian Prime Minister m.CDMMyanmar met with the junta leader Min Aung in Bangkok to discuss earthquake relief and restoring peace and stability in Myanmar, as stated by Prime Minister Anwar on social media. The Union Minister for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the National Unity Government, stated at a press conference on the National Unity Government's response to the major earthquake in Sagaing on 12th of April that an international monitoring mechanism is required to monitor the actions of the terrorist military junta attacks amid the earthquake. The Union Minister stated that we have suspended offensive operations in order to focus on earthquake rescue and relief efforts. However, there are ongoing airstrike and heavy artillery attacks. What's more concerning is that these attacks are not limited to military targets. They are indiscriminately targeting civilians as well. These are not just things written on paper, they are actually occurring. That's why we need an international monitoring mechanism to follow. Follow these developments closely. At the same time, it is essential that international humanitarian aid organizations provide assistance as a precise, firm, and accountable manner. From 28th of March to 11th of April, the terrorist military junta conducted 72 airstrikes, killing 105 and 30 heavy artillery attacks, resulting in 6 deaths. The Myanmar Permanent Representative to the UN, Ambassador Moton, has formally urged United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres to take immediate actions against the brutal actions of the military junta. In a letter dated 14th of April, the ambassador detailed the ongoing crisis, highlighting that it has been 49 months since the military coup. During this time, over 6,000 people have been killed, more than 28,000 arbitrarily arrested and tortured, and about 3.5 million civilians have been displaced from their homes. He also highlighted the junta's use of airstrikes and heavy weapons in earthquake-affected regions. Therefore, the ambassador calls for immediate actions against the military junta and an international embargo on its financial flows, arms sales, and jet fuel sales. The Arakan People's Revolutionary Government with the Arakan Student Union has initiated a feed program to empower Muslim women in Arakan Rakhine State according to Arakan Princess Media. Officials and Student Union members have visited Muslim villages to discuss women's societal role and participation addressing challenges posed by religious customs and norms. The initiative emphasizes overcoming these barriers to enable Muslim women to contribute to nation building and gain recognition. And officials stress equal rights and responsibilities for all Arakan citizens, regardless of religion, ethnicity, of skin color, and the need for the collective affairs of nation building. The program aims to ensure Muslim women's meaningful participation in shaping the future of the region. In Arakan, many Muslim communities reside in Maunor, Buridang, Yatedang, Chaudor, Tandre, Membia, Miao, and Suri townships. These are the weekly highlight news of Radio NUG. We will present more interesting local news to you. Thanks for joining our news.